I'm Chris, and this is my songline.
With a career spanning decades as a classical musician, Chris Williams is now crafting a cultural legacy for future generations that reflects a deep connection to the stories of his past.
I'm a descendant of the Waka Waka people, a didgeridoo soloist, and I play trumpet as well. We had a didgeridoo at home when we were growing up, and my brother and I, we could both play didgeridoo. But I had an interest in playing the trumpet because my dad played every brass instrument. So yeah, that was a natural progression to go through the brass banding through school and then to study at the Royal College of Music in London. When I was in London, I had an opportunity to perform the didgeridoo. I found that as a bit of a doorway and an avenue to discover that part of my life and my heritage as an Indigenous person. I feel incredibly privileged to be able to play the instrument, and I found that it had an immediate impact on the people listening.
Mister!
I began to go on this journey of discovery and trying to understand what the spirit is on the instrument that you could connect with someone.
Maybe I'll start the drone a bit earlier, but let's try it.
When I started to play with the Southern Cross soloists and they asked, what would you like to play? We found there wasn't much music available. We wanted to expand that and really showcase the instrument in this classical music context.
With the help of the Southern Cross soloists and prominent classical composers, Chris is now writing 3 new pieces of music every year, building the catalogue of works available for didgeridoo in classical music, ensuring the legacy of this ancient instrument has a voice for future generations.
Starting a new work, I'll connect with the composer, we'll have a bit of a chat.
Hey mate,
Hey, how are you?
We're always wanting to do something different and expand what the capabilities of the instrument is. It's constantly changing, even when we get to the rehearsal. Things that might say, hey, this is a kookaburra here or a swirling wind. And then someone will listen to it and it will sound completely different to them, and they'll have their own imagination that conjures up these pictures.
I actually think it's one of the best music that's been written for us.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome. Best one so far.
We have the opportunity to be able to share a story through song, and there was no greater story than the story of my grandmother, Maureen Mookie Williams. She was 94 years of age when she passed away last year, and she lived in an amazing life. She grew up in absolute poverty in the bush with her Waka Waka grandparents, and she had this insatiable drive and desire for all of her children to get an education. Remarkably now, 5 of the 7 children have university degrees, and a large majority of the grandchildren and great-grandchildren also have university degrees, which is a phenomenal generational legacy. So we were honoured to be able to tell part of her story through song, through one of the pieces that we wrote called The Wise Woman. Very special both musically and culturally in terms of our heritage and our background as a family. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Grandma and their legacy and what they've left for generations beyond them. We are custodians and we get to carry this, and there is a responsibility to pass that on. Our son, we want him to have a sense of identity of who you are, where your story has come from and the people that have gone before you. And for me personally, I'm now understanding that more, and I feel very honoured to be able to tell that story and to play this beautiful instrument.
Catch Chris at his next performance and immerse your spirit in storytelling and song.
The didgeridoo, and it's like spirit speaking to spirit. I want to speak to your spirit. So what an incredible opportunity to have the didgeridoo with classical music. I don't know of a better combination musically. I'm a little bit biased, but yeah.